What up, y'all? Chip Show here, and you're watching Captain Algebra.
Hey everybody, Captain Algebra here, and today we're going to show off my Wii Collection. This was asked for me a couple months ago from my buddy Chip. Finally got around to it. So, first of all, got my original Wii still in the box. It's a little beat up because I used to bring it everywhere. Whenever I brought it somewhere, I just packed up in the box and brought that. But a little yellowed, but man, it's been through a lot. Not a ton of accessories. I don't even have the Pro Controller. Do have the Nyko Perfect Shot thanks to Gaming Off the Grid. And then obviously the Wii wheel, which I always use for Mario Kart. Love doing it. It just seems like the right thing to do. Like instead of using the a GameCube controller, like it just feels right. You know, actually driving a car. And just got a couple Wii remotes, nunchucks, stuff like that. But you guys are here to see the actual games, so let's get into that right now.
All right, let's get this started. Just no particular order, just kind of random. Looking at these first few games, some highlights. Bowen is Blob, supposed to be really good, much better than like the NES game. Boom Blocks is a fun puzzle game. Got that from a Hidden Gems video from Metal Jesus. And then Batman game is supposed to be really, really good. I haven't played it much, but I also have the DS version, but I've heard really good things about it. So in this one, Tangled, I've never actually played. I got it at a garage sale for my niece and nephew. They never played it. I gave them $1 for it. Titanic and Zack and Wiki were hidden gems from one of the previous Metal Jesus videos. Pretty fun. I'm not a big fan of Zack and Wiki, but Titanic's a really fun kind of like point-click adventure, kind of trying to solve a mystery. And of course, you can't go wrong with Punch-Out. I got to play more Punch-Out series, but that one is definitely a good one. And here are two of my favorite on the Wii. Zelda, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword. So good. Twilight Princess is actually my favorite Zelda game of all time. This is actually the only version I've played. I've got the HD remake, I've got the GameCube version, but I've never actually played them. I've played this one multiple times. I love being able to turn into Wolf Link. That's really fun. I love the Twilight Realm. I just love how this is overall a much darker game than previous Zeldas. Everyone loves Ocarina of Time, but this game just always seemed like a bigger, better, darker version of that, and I love it. Some of my favorite dungeons are in this, some of the best boss fights, and I absolutely love the final boss fight with Ganon. I actually have a sword fight with him, which is really, really cool. One of my favorite parts is meeting the soldier and finding the hidden moves. Those are really fun. Just an all-around excellent game. And then Skyward Sword. I know not a lot of people love this game, but I love how I love this origin story of Zelda. It's so cool seeing how you forge or create the Master Sword and I don't know. I can't get enough of this game. Again, it's got some excellent boss fights. They really did a good job with the motion controls. Even basic enemies sometimes have to be killed in a certain way. But again, some great boss fights utilizing that motion control, having to hit them a certain way. And it's really cool seeing Demise and kind of where Ganondorf came from and why he's out there and why he's always coming after you. It's just really cool. I know people don't love it because of the motion controls, but I really suggest you check it out. It is an excellent game. A couple fun ones in this group. De Blob 1 and 2 are really fun games. You go around making the world colorful again because it's all gray. So pretty fun game. All right, here we got some of the Wii Sports games. I mean, everyone loved Wii Sports. Such a fun game. I absolutely loved golf. That was probably my favorite, but I know a lot of people really enjoyed the bowling. Wii Sports Resort was just an upgraded version of that you needed the Wii Motion Plus for. Had a lot of fun games. I was really excited because it had disc golf in it. It didn't work great, but I don't know. It had more golf and stuff, and it was a little more accurate because of the Wii Motion Plus, and it was a fun game. And obviously, Wii Play, I loved cow racing. So much fun. So the Trauma Center games was one of the ones I really wanted to highlight because I feel like these were some of the best games at showcasing what the Wii could use with the motion controls. So basically you play as doctors and you have to perform surgeries and stuff, and it works really well with the motion controls, whether you're cutting someone open or stitching somebody up or bandaging people. It works really well. It's really cool. I'm pretty sure some of the games are also on either the DS or the 3DS. I've only played these ones, but they're good. I mean, they're by Atlas, so you know they've got to be good. But again, it's really cool, these games, how it utilizes the motion control so well. Nothing too special in this one. Gourmity and the Core Gang were recommended from Metal Jesus, one of his Hidden Gem videos. You can't go wrong with the Just Dance games. They're a lot of fun. And I didn't love how he had to hold the Wii remote, but it worked. And the Jelly Belly game, well, not good. It's a puzzle game. It actually was part of one of my best pickups ever when collecting video games, which I'm going to talk about next. So right here, you can see Data East and Dragon's Lair Trilogy, part of the best pickups I've ever gotten. I went on Facebook Marketplace right before I went to bed once, and someone had just posted these and a couple other games, and for like 20 bucks. And if you don't know, Data East Arcade Classics is one of the hard ones to find. It's like a $50 game, I believe. And then Dragon's Lair Trilogy is another more expensive one. And so I immediately messaged the guy, and he gave it to me. And I found out later that other people had kept messaging him and said they're going to pay him even more than he was asking. But he was good to his word, and I was the first one to talk to him, so I got him. And man, there are so many good arcade games on there. I mean, you got Burger Time, you got Bad Dudes, you got Caveman Ninjas, just so many fun games. Some games I've never even heard about. So when I want to play arcade games, this is usually my go-to. And Dragon's Lair Trilogy, well, it's kind of misleading with the title, because there's not really 3 Dragon's Lair games, but they have Dragon's Lair 1, 2, and then Space Ace. And it's the original arcade game, so you can change like difficulties and stuff like that, but oh man, they are so much fun. Really enjoy playing them. There's some really good Kirby games on the Wii. I haven't played a lot of Kirby's Return to Dreamland, but from what I've played of it, it's fun. I got that in that lot with Dragon's Lair Trilogy and Data East Classics. And then Kirby's Epic Yarn is amazing. Played through it last year and had a lot of fun. Definitely really suggest that one. Some really good games in this group. Harvest Moon, well, never thought I'd be into that type of game. And I used to make fun of my buddy back in college when he bought it. But then I'd watch him play. I'm like, this actually looked kind of interesting. So it's a fun farming simulator. Monkey King, I heard from 8-Bit Glitch. It's a fun shooter. Muramasa the Demon Blade is an excellent, excellent game. Thanks to Die Hard Gamer Bros for getting me that last year. Mushroom Men was another game I heard from Metal Jesus, kind of like action-adventure game. Fun from what I've played, but I definitely need to get more into it. So here's another really good set of games. No More Heroes. This kind of reminds me of Kill Bill. You play as an assassin and trying to go around killing other assassins, kind of increase your ranking. Ocean Commander is a really solid shooter. Really easy, but pretty fun. Pandora's Tower is a really good hidden gem that I hadn't even heard about until I watched Metal Jesus. But basically you have to save this girl, but to do it you have to like kill these demons or these monsters and get her to eat the meat. It's interesting. I haven't played it a ton, but I like what I've played so far. But Rabbids Go Home has to be one of my favorite games on the Wii. It is hilarious. Maybe it's the way they laugh, but whenever I play this game, I can't help but like laugh my ass off and just chuckle the whole time. Like it makes you happy. But basically, you play as the Rabbids and you're trying to build a tower tall enough to reach the moon. And so you go around collecting things, whether it's animals or washing machines or soda bottles, tons of different things. And then each level you have to get like this bigger thing that you add onto the pile. But you chase humans, you scare them, they lose their clothes, so they're running around in just their underwear. I'm sure Mega Dan would love that. But it's really funny. The levels get kind of repetitive because each like group of levels are the same, but like the level design is slightly different. So there's gonna be multiple levels where you're chasing a truck that's carrying a cow. There's gonna be levels where you have to chase a secretary through sections of an office building, but some areas you can only be in there for a certain amount of time, so there's a timer for that part. There's gonna be a part where there's this guy who's sick and he's in this bubble, and you can use like his gas to like lift you higher, and so you have to get through the level that way. But it's definitely, the level design is good enough that it's not too repetitive. But I just beat this recently and I absolutely loved it. Really, really fun game. So the Red Steel games are pretty fun. They utilize kind of like a sword as well as a gun for different aspects. I like that. Smarty Pants is a trivia game. Sonic I was really excited for. I picked it up like for $5 at Walmart years ago. Then realized it was not a good game. Super Monkey Ball was another game I bought in that lot with Dragon's Lair Trilogy and stuff. It's okay. All right, so Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Turtle Smash Up. So very similar games. Turtle Smash Up is like Smash Brothers, except with the turtles. Man, Super Smash Brothers. This is one of my favorite games on the Wii, and in fact, this version of Smash Brothers is my favorite of all time. We played it a ton in college. Just, we'd come back to class, go to someone's room, and just play the heck out of it. And just like we'd have to keep passing their remote because we had so many people playing. It was just excellent. And we played it so much that we used to just put it on random for our characters, because otherwise, if we chose our best player, like, it just wasn't fair. So that allowed us to get good with pretty much any character. I mean, there's some characters I'm not very good with, like Olimar. I'm not a big fan of like Mario and Luigi, but like I'm pretty good with everybody. I'm average with at least everybody. And some characters I'm very good at. With Zelda and Ike are probably my top two, but just so much fun. And I love the Subspace Emissary. I thought they did an excellent job. It was cool to see a different one-player mode other than just fighting your way to Master Hand. I thought they did a really nice job with it. It's just an excellent game. Just some sports games, nothing too special. Other than that, Tiger Woods. I know how much you'd really want to play that, Tom.
Whatever.
Got some hunting games here. Now, normally I wouldn't be a big fan of these, but it works really well on the Wii with the motion controls, just being able to point and shoot. I had a lot of fun with these Cabela games. That African Adventure I got from back in the day game where he had two of them for some reason. While the gun is really cool, it doesn't work the greatest. It's just more fun. It's just better to use just the regular remote. But it is really cool to have. Here we got some light gun games, some excellent games. The House of the Dead games, you can't go wrong. I'd had Overkill for a while, but hadn't really played it until I met Gaming Off the Grid, and they highly recommended it. And so Mega Dan and I played through it for Mega Powers Monthly, and oh my god, it is so over the top ridiculous. It's excellent. Ghost Squad, Dead Space are pretty fun. I really like Sin Punishment. It's a little bit different because you do have your character on screen. You can move them around and stuff, but you can aim with the Wiimote where you want to shoot. And also, if enemies get close, there's a melee attack, which is really cool. But I'd never heard of Sin and Punishment until the Wii Virtual Console, and I saw that there was an N64 game, and then watching again, I probably was a Metal Jesus video, Hidden Gems, and Sin and Punishment was on there. I'm like, that looks excellent, and it's a lot of fun. You can't go wrong with the Lego games. So much fun. I haven't really played any of these. The Star Wars one was my favorite, but they all, you played one Lego game, you kind of played them all, but they're so much fun, especially playing co-op with someone who might not be super into games. It's just fun games to play. Alright, you guys know, if you've been following my channel, how much a big fan of Star Wars I am, so I have to have some Star Wars games. I already mentioned the Lego games. Lego Star Wars Complete Saga was the first Lego game I played, and I played the crap out of that. Loved it so much. Clone Wars is kind of meh. Star Wars Force Unleashed is fun. When you play this and then you go and play like the Xbox 360 version, it's like they don't compare, like just how much better the 360 version game looks. But still a really fun one. If you got a Nintendo console, you gotta have some Mario games. Really enjoyed Super Mario Bros. Wii. That was a fun one. Mario Party 8's a good Mario Party game, not as good as the earlier one. Super Paper Mario's okay. Waterland Shake It's pretty fun. But the ones I really want to highlight here are the Galaxy games and Mario Kart. Mario Kart Wii might be one of my favorite Mario Kart games. Just I mentioned in the beginning how much I love using the Wii wheel and how much more fun that makes playing it. But the Galaxy games, they set the standard for what a Mario game should be when I played these. When I got my Wii, that was highly recommended, get the Galaxy games, and I was not disappointed. They just amazed me. It's kind of a little disorienting at first, like when you're on a planet and you walk underneath it and stuff, but you get used to it. But so many fun boss fights, so many fun power-ups. And then Galaxy 2 just took everything that was great about 1 and just had the same thing and just improved on it. More power-ups like the cloud, like the drill through the land. Then, of course, you got Yoshi, which why the hell wasn't Yoshi in the first Mario Galaxy? That was ridiculous, but just an excellent game. If you have a Nintendo Wii, you need these two titles. Like, they are excellent. And we got a couple Donkey Kong games. I was really excited for Donkey Kong Country Returns because I'm a huge fan of the Donkey Kong Country series. For some reason, like I can't finish this game. I've started it like 4 or 5 times, and I'll get far into it and I'll stop not finishing it. So I got to get to it eventually. And Donkey Kong Barrel Blast is okay. Not a huge fan of it. I don't love the controls. We got some Metroid games. Metroid Prime 3. I played through the first Metroid Prime and really enjoyed it. I like the 2D better, but Still a fun series. Definitely get to play through the second and the third one. And then Metroid Other M, I know a lot of people don't really love it, but I had to have it for the collection. We're going to finish up with some of my favorite games on the console, Resident Evil games. First of all, we got Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles, which are on-rail shooters, light gun games. So much fun. Thank you to Gaming Off the Grid for recommending them to me. I absolutely love them. The real gem here is Resident Evil 4. My favorite Resident Evil game of all time is 4. I played it originally on PS2, then I got it for the Wii, played it on that. I've got it for the GameCube, I played through that. I played it on PS4. Like, it's one of those that I want to get on every console that I own that it's for. It's so good. But the Wii version, while a downgrade in the graphics department, is the best version to play in my opinion. The Wii remote is perfect for aiming. It works so seamlessly. It's a really nice way to play. And not that it's bad in the other versions. Like, you can aim just fine, but sometimes you kind of can lose track of where you're shooting at with the red laser that comes out of your gun. But this one is obviously super easy to see, and I highly recommend it. If you have a Wii, if you like Resident Evil, you have to play the Wii edition of Resident Evil 4.
So there you go. That is my Wii collection. Not very large, but it's got some very good games. And honestly, the Wii is it's an underrated console. I know a lot of people don't like it because of the motion controls. But man, every time I play the Wii, like, I ask myself why I don't play this more often. I always have fun with it, no matter what I'm playing. I know there's a ton of shovelware on the console, but there's a lot of good games too. And honestly, collecting for it's pretty cheap. Most games out there you can find pretty easily. It's got some rare ones, expensive ones, like, you know, every console, but still got some great ones out there and some cheap ones. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If there's any games you think I should add to my Wii collection, let me know, because I'm always looking to add to it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, this is Captain Algebra, signing off.